Good tip for if you live in Australia or ever visiting, always tap your boots out, especially if they're being outside. You just never know what could be in there. Maybe a beautiful butterfly. It's never been a butterfly, it's always a spider. Had a redback in my shoe before. You don't want them biting on your toes. I've seen huntsmans. They're not deadly, but they're big and scary. I've seen one that's almost as big as my hand. And just your normal garden spider, which again, I mean, spiders aren't really that pretty to look at, so you don't really want them in your boots either. But yeah, always tap them out. You just never know. Today I'm packing the kiln for a bisque. I've got my whole bunch of platters and my mugs and a couple of pyramids. So I'm hoping they can all fit in there. Being a bisque, I can sit them on top of one another. So that's the plan for today. Beautiful day for being in the studio. Nice and sunny, and it's just really, really warm in here. We've got some plans going on out here. As you can see the pink line, we're going to build like a little deck, that whole area where the dog is and where that garden. We're going to pull all that out, and that's all going to be a deck coming up to the driveway. We're going to have to walk in the grass and the mud inside the house. And then we've got some over here. We've got a retaining wall coming in all the way along there, all the way to the back of the house. And then one day we're going to tear down this whole front fence because we don't need it, and bring it closer to the house, in line with the house, so we can open up this whole front yard. Isn't that right, Hux?
Hi, my name is Mel, an Australian ceramicist located in the Hunter Valley of New South Wales. In the year 2022, my family and I decided to pack up our home along with my studio on the Central Coast and move 45 minutes up the road to wine country to build my dream studio where I can teach the art of ceramics. This dream has been in the works for a very long time, and I can't wait to share the journey with you along with my crazy family.
It is officially winter in Australia and it's cold. I mean, well, not cold to most people, but it does get cold here in Australia. It does get super hot and super cold. And now it's just probably soon I won't be able to open my garage door because it'll just be way too cold. It's a bit chilly today, but the sun's out, so I thought I'd open the door. He likes to come in here and sit with me as well. So it's been a bit quiet here in the studio. I haven't been in here for the last couple of days. I was busy over the weekend, just catching up with friends, and I just had a firing through the week, and that was it. And now I need to unpack it. Might do some glazing, but yeah, just been a bit slow this week. And I didn't have a workshop on, so I didn't need to do any prepping. Yeah.
Call it off and don't look back. Take me off this lonely track. All my worries of yesterday.
Finished unpacking the kiln. I just realised I forgot to smooth out the edges. I'm going to have to do a little bit of sanding, just get them a little bit more smoother. Some platters. Anything, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see that line? Looks like a piece of hair. Yeah, right there. Split. Hairline crack. So small. And if I glaze it, I don't know if I can hide it, if it's going to stay together. Oh, the rest turned out good. So I fired my first hand-built pyramids. So they've been bisque fired, so I'm going to glaze the inside. It turned out alright. There's a couple of just like hairline little cracks on the inside where the joinings are. But I think I need to make them just probably a little bit thicker because obviously plants and soil and that will be going in there. So these are just kind of like little test trials at the moment. And I'm happy with how they've turned out. So I've just put a clear glaze on all the platters and now I'm going to pack the kiln. I did around about 2 to 3 layers quite thickly on these and I ran out of glaze, so I'm going to make some more glaze. I've just packed the platters in the kiln just to get them out of the way as well because I need to make some glaze to make some more room on my bench here, and then I'll probably sand these mugs today or tomorrow and then they can go in and I can hopefully do a firing tomorrow or the next day, just because I do need to go do school pickup soon. I'm all packed and ready for a glaze firing. This is going up to 1200 degrees, so a mid-fire range. Last glaze firing that I did, it didn't quite reach up to temperature, just especially around this mid-lower section. Some of the platters just didn't have that glossiness, so I had to refire them. So I'm hoping this isn't the case next time. I've got some cones in there to gauge of the temperature. Couldn't fit any cones in here, so I do need some more baby cones so I can fit in these gaps down here. So yeah, we'll fire it and we'll open it in 2 days' time, see how it goes. I don't know if you can see my meter box at the moment, so it's 18 degrees in there complete. So I need to find the right program, which I'm going up to program 4. That's my 1200 degrees. And you just, even though you've done this program a million times, I do say go through it just to double check that you're on the right one and that you haven't accidentally pressed something along the way, going up to 12 degrees. Hold for 15 minutes. Start and press enter to start. It is on. Silly me, I put these mugs in the kiln forgetting to actually smooth down the rims of these. So unfortunately, now that they're bisqued, I'm going to have to dunk them in a little bit of water to soften them up and less dust around and send them down to make them nice and smooth. Again, rookie mistake. I was in a rush to put them in the kiln to get them firing and I forgot to smooth them down.
Well, you know what they say. There are no kingdoms without rulers. Are you ready for change? We could be kings and queens every day. On the low, we are brave. Yes, even braver than the bravest. So let's go, start the